Hey guys, so today I am going to be coloring a drawing of Sugawara from Haikyuu, the anime Haikyuu. I just started watching the anime, so I actually drew a couple characters beforehand, like Bokuto, Kuro, and Kageyama, and Hinata, and to be honest, I didn't watch the anime during that time, so I didn't really know the characters that well. But now that I watched a couple episodes, I kind of know like their personalities and stuff. So I wanted to draw a Sugawara. I know he accidentally made his hair and his eyes a bit darker, but I didn't have colors that were similar to his hair because his hair is kind of like a faded, muted gray instead of like just like the full-on gray, but that's the only similar color that I had, so I just made it like kind of like I tried to do a light gray, but I think I went a little too dark, but it's okay. His eyes, again, I went too dark again by accident, but it's kind of okay. So I'm going to use YR33, which is melon yellow, to first color in his uniform. So I'm gonna color in his collar. Sugawara seems like a really nice character. He's super cute too. It's a bit like challenging because you have to remember who's older and who's younger, stuff like that. But in the anime, but he's like one of the older guys, and he's super friendly and just cares a lot about other people. And the anime is pretty much just fun to watch. It's not like it's a bit intense when it gets to like the volleyball games, I have to say, but it's not like super intense compared to other animes that I watch where it's like you have to completely focus, like I'm being super serious. I say that because My Hero Academia, the anime that I love the most, is like so intense. Like you have to focus, and when it gets to the action scenes, it's like crazy explosions and everything. So you're like really intense about it. This anime is more light for me, so it's pretty good and it's actually fun. So if you're looking for something that doesn't really involve like stressing out much about, I would say this anime is good. Now, usually I'm not into watching animes that are like sports related, to be honest, but this anime is like it got my attention because like the character design and stuff like that, and I really like how they do the personalities, so it's a really nice way of writing like different characters. I'm going to use YR44, which Y44, which is fresh green, and my touch markers to shade. Some of the characters remind me of the same character types as My Hero Academia, but I think that's just because writing in general, there's like so many similar character types. So having that said, there's a lot that's like similar in terms of that, but it's still really good. Then I am going to use GG9, which is green gray, which is the darkest gray I have, which is close to black. And I'm going to color in the rest of the uniform. Originally, I was gonna put him in like the regular type of clothing that he wears. It's kind of like the clothing for school, because they wear uniforms, and then I think he wears like a white dress shirt, but then it was like, wait, I drew everyone else in their uniform, so I kind of wanted to stick with the theme of the uniforms. For these characters, though, I did my best to draw them like they're fit, but not buff. The thing is, when you watch different animes, a lot of animes that include action, like My Hero Academia, is the whole aspect of like the character looking super buff. But because they're not like superheroes and stuff like that, they can't be that buff. So I did my best in terms of like making them like fit, but not overly exaggerated muscles. I think that was like the key to making them look like regular people. So because markers normally bleed into areas that like you don't want, and especially because I'm not using like thick paper, so it bleeds even more, I am trying to outline around the parts that are supposed to be white in different colors, so that way when I like color in, it doesn't bleed completely into like the white areas, especially because I don't want the white areas to become black when they're not supposed to. So that's one part, and then I'm gonna do his other arm, his other sleeve. For Sugawara, I tried to do like a friendly type of pose, nothing too intense. Like I remember I did Kageyama with his arms crossed, cause he's more he's more hot-headed. I don't know. I seem to like characters that are very edgy, like in terms of like their personality. They're not like super nice, but Sugawara is one of those characters that's just super sweet. So I actually do like characters that are not that edgy too. Like everyone likes really edgy characters, and I do too. Normally I go for edgy characters, but also I think something that kind of sticks out to me when it comes to like watching shows and animes is like if a character is like super caring and nice and they're not like edgy or like have like a tough personality. I feel like I like those characters more just because they care about people. But I still like Kageyama. It's just I like Sugawara as well because he's super cute. His hair was a bit more difficult to draw than Kageyama's too, because Kageyama has like a straight cut, like a typical Asian cut, while Sugawara actually has like spikes and stuff, and like a hair sticking up, which is like easy to draw for me, but still it looks super pretty. So I like how it gives off a different vibe for the character. Don't know if my camera didn't focus completely, but I hope it did because sometimes I'm like looking at the drawing and then the camera doesn't focus. I'm gonna use this mini cell marker, which is just like a coloring marker. You can also find a similar one to from the Sears, like their standard markers. I'm just gonna use it to shade because this is actually more black than the gray that I use to color in the uniform. Because like this is more of a pure black compared to what I actually use to color in black stuff. So that way you can tell the difference between like, you can see the difference between the shading and the coloring. I think the only thing that really challenged me in this drawing was the fact that I was trying to keep it fit, like, because he has like a fit body because he's doing sports, but I didn't want to go too crazy with like how fit he was. Like, the muscles especially are hard to like make it fit but not buff, but I was able to maintain that. And because there's some white spots, I am going to use CG 0.5, which is a cool gray, to kind of shade in the white areas as well. And it's done! So here's the overview of Sugawara. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check down in the description box below all my social medias there. You can go like and follow those. And all the process work for him will be posted on my social media. If you wanted to see the other ones that I drew, like Kuro, Kageyama, Hinata, and what was it? Bokuto. Make sure to check out my drawings playlist. It's all there, and also my other anime stuff is there too. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!